Utsukemono.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Rewrite. Let's continue. I know. Akane scolds me when I get back.
千載一遇のチャンスを。
She covers her face with one hand.
苦情の電話も来るし。
Complaints?
印籠を乱用したでしょう。いくら VIP 待遇とはいえ、限度というものを考えなさいよ、アンポンタン。
Sorry.
でもよかった。ここまで間抜けなら、お前が二重スパイなんてことは 100% ないものね。
Haha, so it wasn't all for nothing.
皮肉で言ったのよ。わかりなさいよ。アホなの？スカタンなの？印籠没収！
Akane spends all of our precious break time lecturing me, then heads back to work without eating.
ああ、そう。わかったことがあるの。夕食は付き合いなさい。その時に話すわ。
Then she leaves. After receiving that much mental damage, I had to lie down on the bed, so I only grunted in response. A few hours later, someone knocks on the door. Someone from HQ. Come in. I heard she disciplined you. I screwed up today, so I'm not allowed to go outside. What brings you here? Did Shimako come here? No, haven't seen her. That's strange. I can't think of anywhere else she might go. She's missing? Yes. Is she somewhere in this building? Yes, I think so. I look around the room. No sign of anyone hiding in here. Better check under the bed. Ah! What is it? There's a toy down here. There's a carved wooden doll under the bed. I can't imagine anyone but Shimako having this. I take it out. It's more like a dogu or a haniwa than a doll. It's a simple design, like a happy mascot character. Definitely Shimako's. She must have been watching you from under there, Tennoji-san. It takes me 3 seconds of hard thought to figure it out. I know I'm an idiot. Is this a familiar? Yes, it's a wooden practice doll. So Shimako can use familiars too. She's very talented at it. But familiars shorten her lifespan, don't they? Isn't it bad to let a child use them? She's a very rare child. She learned how to use familiars all on her own at a very young age. Her parents had no connection to Martel, so they were very worried. Eventually, we took her in. I had no idea. She has improved a lot compared to when she first came here. She didn't even walk around on her own at first. Huh? She almost never moved on her own and controlled nearby objects instead. That's what she was like as a child. Sounds like a horror movie already. No wonder her parents freaked out. She seems interested in school, so maybe she's having an adventure out there. I'll go look for her. She probably thinks this place is part of her home. Thank you. Shimako isn't here. Since it's the Harvest Festival, there are hardly any students around. There are some teachers though, so I have to avoid them. I can see tiny ankles from around the corner. You're really easy to track. I grab the back of her neck like a cat, and she starts struggling. Look, here's your doll. She grabs the doll and calms down. It's ugly, but it's also kinda cute. A ferocious kick lands in my calf. Ow, ow! Stop that! Da! Hey! She runs away the moment I let my guard down. Damn it, she's so good at escaping. She could probably do fine in normal society even without Gaia. Gotcha! I grab her ankle and pull her out of the darkness. It's easier than pulling radishes out of the ground. Shimako is good at escaping, but terrible at hiding. She flails madly. She still has loads of energy, even after running around for half an hour. Do you have any idea how much trouble I'd be in if a teacher saw us? Stay at the HQ! She resists. A kick reaches my jaw. Come on! Don't kick! If you keep doing that, I'll really be mad. Atsuko-no-san's not here after all. Should I? Shimako tries to perform various gymnastic moves using my arm as a bar. She swings all the way up and kicks me in the head from above. Ow! It hurts so bad my eyes tingle. Shimako falls back to the ground and follows up with a spinning jump. Holy shit, she's pretty athletic. Her hurricane kick gets a combo on my face. Ow, 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 ow! How the hell can you do that? I force her down to the ground. Shimako continues writhing underneath me, but her movements are limited now, so she can't fight back effectively. Submit! It's only going to get worse if you keep struggling. Get worse? How? Well, I'd have to punish her somehow. That seems problematic. No one's watching, so I look up. I'm surrounded by teachers. Well, shit. Thank you for coming before the police got involved. Atsuko-no-san arrived in the nick of time. I don't want to be interrogated. I'm sorry, she seems to be overflowing with energy lately. Isn't that a good thing? She re-energizes me in a way. Hanging around little kids is always like that. A bag hits the back of my head. Shimako, if you keep doing that, I'll start shouting anti-social nonsense. That wasn't a very mature response, but Shimako looks away and ignores me. You're the one who started it, why are you ignoring me? She's like a mini Akane. These are probably just toys anyway. I open the bag. It's full of dolls that look like mascot characters. You've got quite the collection. She likes playing with them a lot. You mean throwing them at people's heads? Not that, those are familiars. Children who become summoners at such a young age often get adopted by disciples. Controlling strong familiars for long periods of time would damage their health, so we give them these little ones to avoid that. So they basically are toys. How does she play with these? Do you make all these mascots have a battle royal? I make those annoying guys kill each other off. Haha, excellent! Tennoji-san? Ah, nothing. So, how do you play with these guys? Is it like chess? Shimako splits the dolls into two groups. She pushes half of them toward me. So these are my pieces. For now, I line them up in some kind of formation. So? Shimako gathers her willpower, then the pile of 12 dolls in front of her leaps up all at once. They assault my formation. Swords, antlers, and other sharp pointy objects scatter my forces apart in no time. You do war games with these things? Look at that proud smile. She looks like a proud general getting drunk after a victory. Wait a minute, that one doesn't count. I can't even move my troops. That was probably what she was relying on. She's so mean to newbies. Let me see if I can move them first. I remember how the contracts work. Look for where they connect. It's even easier than finding your pulse. Huh? I only manage it with 2 of them. I make contracts with them and feel a faint sharing of our senses. Not a strong connection. It feels like trying to control an RC car with thick gloves on. Oh well, it's the best I'm gonna get. Maybe being able to focus on just 2 of them will give me some advantages. Okay, round 2. I attack with a colorful baseball mascot and a mysterious yellow creature with a police baton. Shimako's army sends forth a fully armed and armored samurai cat against me. He throws down his weapon, prepared to fight barehanded. You think me so weak you've deliberately weakened your forces? Ha! You will regret that decision. The cat brings one arm behind him, imitating an old Chinese martial artist, and effortlessly deflects all my attacks with the other arm. What? He does a spin kick. Both of my familiars are blown away. The contracts break and I lose control of them. I lose in numbers and technique. I never had a chance. Shimako looks smug. She knows she got me. She's just too strong. Tsukuno-san smiles. Being a superhuman must have weakened your ability as a summoner, Tennoji-san. Shimako is extremely good at this. I'll never be able to beat her. Then we can just give you a handicap. She just did give me handicaps. Then try using this. A magic circle appears in the floor. The next moment, a 30-centimeter tall wooden bear crouches down in the center. That looks a lot like the kind of wood sculpture you see outside hot spring resorts. That's what it's made from. Now, Tennoji-san, try to make a contract with this bear. It does look strong. Compared to the dolls, it's a giant. I might be able to get revenge on Shimako with this thing. I try making a contract. I find the right sensation quickly. The bear moves. It shakes its head and claws at the air. The 12 members of Shimako's army prepare themselves. But they are just too small compared to the bear. Pulverize them! The bear charges. It's just too big. I expected the battle to be a complete landslide, and it was. I lost. They threw ropes around it from all directions and ganged up on it. The bear falls apart into splinters and disappears. Shimako's army is invincible. Shimako's face fills with pride. Shimako has perfect connections to all of her familiars. I get the point, you are amazing. I lost. I pat Shimako on the head and she screams. What's wrong? I have no idea what to do, so I put my hand on her shoulder. She screams louder. I pull my hand back. Does it hurt that much? I wasn't trying to hit her, I just put my hand on her. Her piercing cry doesn't end. I'm honestly worried she'll hurt her throat. I look at Tsukuno-san, hoping for help. She calmly takes a pill out of her pocket and puts it in Shimako's mouth. What's that? A tranquilizer for children. An overly intense tantrum can cause seizures, so... Tsukuno-san gently picks up Shimako and waits for her to calm down. As my cold sweat continues, I think about how hard it is to take care of a child and how valuable life experience is and other obvious things. Was that my fault? I ask after Shimako falls asleep. No, it wasn't. Please don't worry about it. This is quite common. She hasn't done it in a while, so I let my guard down. It's common? She freaks out like that often? Good thing we were in this room. What if we were on the train? Or somewhere else in the school? Or in a restaurant or movie theater? It hits me that people like Shimako don't go outside much. Out into society. It was an obvious conclusion. But it never occurred to me before. Sorry if I am misunderstanding, but... Are all the disciples... Yes, they are all like Shimako. They either have nowhere else to go, or they find the normal world hollow and meaningless, or they simply can't get along with normal people. We are like a bunch of runaway children. Even you, Tsukuno-san? In the past, yes. I was mute for a while, and even then it was mild. Is that why the holy woman... Yes. In the past, people with these problems would either be persecuted or worshipped. I think that's part of what that term means. Maybe I'm a lot more fortunate than I thought. She lets Shimako sleep on a bed in the back corner of the room. I don't know if I'm any good at babysitting her. I think you're doing fine. She seems to like you. I don't think it's normal to hurricane kick people you like. Originally, Shimako would spend most of her time asleep. She was able to turn everything around her into a familiar, so she never needed to move herself. But her familiars hurt her parents. I look up. Tsukuno-san looks even more emotionless than usual. Shimako hasn't been raised by other humans as much as most children. She has surprisingly little experience using her own body to interact with people. She doesn't interact with other disciples? Not really. She looks a little sad. Summoners don't like being too attached to their normal lives. The planet's more important than any individual, is that it? Since we've all failed to live normal lives before, it's easier to think that way. Even you failed too, but you haven't given up yet. Me? For us, seeing someone like you is both inspiring and frustrating. Akane-san said she's protecting you, but I think she's hoping you'll change something. Even late at night, after 9 PM, Akane doesn't summon me. And now it's 10 PM. I know she's busy, but I have to text her. I'm hungry. A few minutes later, she responds. HQ cafeteria, wait. A terse text. I know what she means. During the Harvest Festival, tons of people go in and out of the cafeteria even at night. But now it's empty for some reason. The lights are low, so I feel like I'm sneaking in here. There are 2 trays of food lined up on one of the tables. That's probably our dinner. I wait there for her. You can start eating. Eventually I notice she sent that text too. It arrived half an hour ago. I stand up. It's almost midnight. This is just way too late. I walk around the building. On the way, I pass by a man and woman in white coats. A doctor and a nurse. It can't be. They go into an elevator and I watch which floor it goes to. After it comes back down, I go to the same floor. When the door opens, the smell of medicine is so strong my eyes sting. None of the other floors I've been on are like this. In front of me is a panel saying unauthorized personnel aren't allowed here. There's a stretcher to one side. The lights are out, but thanks to the emergency lighting, it's not completely dark. I can hear people talking in the distance. I listen. Did she go to another floor? No, that shouldn't be. You also said she never wandered around out here before. Anyway, split up and search the building. Apparently, someone's missing. One of those people starts rushing over, so I move away. After rounding a corner, I bump into someone and almost scream. An old lady. In a white kimono. She's very skinny, but standing straight up, so she looks like a willow tree. She feels like she's almost not there, because her eyes are empty. I've seen this woman's face somewhere before. Kashima Sakura-san. No response. She doesn't even look at me. She's lacking the spirit I remember from her picture.
Kotaro?
I hear a voice behind me. Akane-san.
そこで何をしているの?
You never showed up, so...
ここは一般会員は立ち入り禁止よ。張り紙がしてあったでしょ。
Sorry, I was just worried about you. A handful of medical staff appear behind her.
部屋に戻しておいて。私も後で行くから。
Two of them grab the woman's hands and lead her back. Akane and I are left alone. Was that Kashima Sakura-san?
ええ。
She's that sick?
長年、命を削り続けたのだから、ああいうことにもなるわ。
It's hard to watch. Knowing being in Gaia causes that is kinda...
何よ。
Well, I guess it's kinda honorable if you're all willing to do that.
こういうのって何?
Nothing, never mind. Akane's eyes have a stronger glow than usual. It's scaring me. Anyway, you don't look so good either. I think you should get some sleep.
あの人のお世話は私がすることになっているの。
But it's past midnight. And you haven't even eaten dinner.
これは決まり事なの。聖女を引き継ぐための儀式みたいなものよ。怠れば、須崎のようなものに避難の余地を与えてしまうじゃない。
But she clearly needs to be in a hospital or something.
医療行為を受け持つ専門のスタッフがいるのよ。ごめんなさい、小太郎。ちょっと。
Akane bends over. I support her before she falls. She's heavier than I expected. Her legs aren't doing anything. Are you still awake?
ただの貧血。
You're really making me worry. Shouldn't you have those doctors take a look at you?
いらないわ。寝不足なだけ。
Don't tell me you are nursing her.
眠れないのよ。眠ろうとすると不安が大きくなって何かをしなければならないのに何をしていいかわからない。時間もない。
Press?
人間嫌いなの。
え？
人がたくさんいてその中で生きることが辛いの。鍵が生まれたなら全てを委ねられる。
Should I take you to your room? Akane is starting to talk nonsense.
もう平気よ。ありがとう。
Akane stands back up, but she still looks pale.
夕食の約束は謝るわ。埋め合わせはまたね。
You need rest. Akane turns away and waves goodbye with one hand.